I think we used it.
Oh.
No.
I don't remember. But I know we did. Fuck you.
Oh.
I'm ready whenever you are.
This week we catch up after taking a week off by sampling some random beers. This is episode 146 of the Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast, that's beast. This the Malting Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Malting Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Kolick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
Welcome back, Brandon.
Thanks. Took a week off.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you need a week off. I mean, not you. I just, in the royal you. Like people in general.
Yeah.
You as in me and you. I was at Riot Fest.
I was gonna say that.
And we didn't plan ahead.
Yeah.
Although you had a good idea. We should have done it after the final pour.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah. I should have had that idea before, 11 o'clock on a Friday night when you were coming home from Riot Fest.
I should have done that. Yeah, man, I'm ready for bed. That day, I wore, my Adidas flat shoes.
Yeah.
So it was the first time in my 40s where I was like, my back is killing me.
Yeah.
So for the west of the show, that weekend, for the rest of the days, I wore my Adidas running shoes that have support in it, and it's very comfortable, and it did not bother me at all.
Good, good you have those shoes because of all that running you do.
I know. I mean, I have those. They have the best support.
Yeah.
While they are running shoes, I definitely do not run. I do walk at a steady, quick pace, especially at Riot Fest. I basically parked where we were parking for the most part.
Oh, did you end up driving?
All 3 days, baby.
Nice.
Because I was like, I really don't want to deal with Ubers at the end of this. And I was going to do the original plan that we had, was to go to Goose Island.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm doing this on my own. I don't think I need to go to Goose Island, start there, because I know if I saw Bourbon County, I'd be like, well, it's Riot Fest weekend.
Yeah.
Let's have Bourbon County. And
I'll take a flight of all the barely stouts you got.
and then I'm going to take an Uber, and I'll be fine. I'm going to be there all day. I would have died.
Who's this guy sleeping in a porta potty?
Yeah, so I pretty much in the same area. Saturday and Sunday parking was really easy.
I figured Sunday would probably be the easiest.
It was, and plus I got there early.
You got there early?
I was there at 1 o'clock to see Sasquatch.
Oh, nice.
Now, I wasn't there early, finding out that the gates were not being opened.
Yeah.
But, when I saw that the gates were going to be open, I was like, and I kind of was, watching the forecast and the radar. I was like, I want to catch Sasquatch. I need to leave in 20 minutes, and then even if they say that it's going to be delayed again, then I can just hang out in my car.
Yeah,
it's or go walk to a place and grab some food.
And that's why it sucks that Lagunitas is no longer there. It would have been kind of funny if you did go there, the gates weren't open, and you're like, I just chill in my car and you fall asleep. Wake up, it's 6 o'clock.
Oh no! I missed all the bands I wanted to see.
So I take it you didn't run into Ron then?
I did. Well, we were texting and we didn't end up crossing paths. He kept telling me where he was at. He's like, the way he was describing where he was at didn't make sense.
Because he was only there to see Slayer, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then I forgot when I posted, I left out Slayer on that day. He's like, you missed the best band that day. And I'm like, we literally talked about watching Slayer and that's why I was going this entire weekend. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah,
take it easy. But
take it easy.
Yeah, we didn't end up meeting up. I ran into one of my old roommates from about 15 years ago.
Okay.
My friend Paul and some of his friends, or my old friends, and hung out with them for Cypress Hill.
Was John Brady there at all?
He was not. No, I couldn't make it this year. But it was funny running them during Cypress Hill because I don't particularly smoke the weed, but they do, and they had some, and I partook during Cypress Hill. There was a time to do it, and that was it.
It feels obligatory,
Cypress Hill was great. That was one of my favorite performances. I will say that I think overall Rob Zombie was hands down my favorite performance. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, I got up real close.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Our friend Joe Steigerwald was giving away 2 tickets for Sunday.
Did run into Joe.
And I originally was like, I might be interested. And then he messaged me and he's like, you want them? They're yours. And I was like, well, let me check with Becca. And then I was like, dude, I kept looking at the weather. I was like, I don't want to get potentially sick. I don't want I was like, and I have like this guilt that comes ahead of the time I need to be guilty, but I'm like, I already know I'm going we're going to the Great American Beer Fest. I was like, I don't want to like just pull another like, see ya.
Yeah. So I'm going to go do this. Bye.
Yeah. But I probably could have made it work. She ended up, Benjamin had a birthday party that he went to, and it was kind of funny because Becca was getting ready to leave. She's like, what time should we leave? I was like, you should leave at this time. And she was like, you're not going? I was like, we had this conversation. I was debating going to Riot Fest on Sunday, and you asked me if I wanted to go to the party, and that's when I told you about Riot Fest, and you said, well, I'm just going to assume you're not going, and just RSVP for me and Benjamin. I said, okay. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, it's fine. I was like, all right. So I stayed home, watched the Bears game, but not much of a Bears game, but...
Yeah, I was checking the scores while I was at the let's say the game. I was checking the scores while I was at the show, and it was not. I was doing much better in fantasy football, and that's all that matters for me right now.
Yeah, I saw a thing like some rumor. I don't know if it was on Twitter X or whatever, or maybe on Facebook, but a rumor that the Bears tried out a bunch of people for the offensive line this past week.
Oh, really?
To try to get new people in there. I'm like, are they doing like that old school shit? Like, wasn't it like the Eagles where they just had open tryouts?
Yeah,
and like
that'd be awesome.
Everyone and their mother
anybody
showed
can
up,
come in.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
And then they chose Mark Wahlberg. The movie Invincible.
Yeah.
I
couldn't remember the name. I knew it was Mark Wahlberg, but I couldn't remember.
I also only know that because it's the only movie I've ever seen. While I'm
made
first,
you cry?
Yeah, I cried. It's only Mark Wahlberg movie that made me cry. No, I was working at a place that had me working in San Diego to move it back to Chicago, and this was like in December of like 2008 ish, or 2007, and I lived in San Diego for a month. And coming back, I was going to come back around Christmas time, like that's when we were done. But like everybody had their flights booked differently, like and me and this other woman, she and I, our flights got canceled, and so they were struggling to find us ways to get us home. We're like, we need to go. Like, it's December 23rd or the 22nd. Like, we need to go home.
I need to be home for Christmas.
Yeah, and so they ended up putting us on flights first class.
Oh,
yeah. So that's the only time I've ever flown first class, and I watched Invincible, and I was drinking Jack and Coke on the plane.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't really need to like rush home, but it was good to be home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would feel the same way around the holidays. But like, dude, get me home.
Yeah. That's fine. Anyway.
Well, that being said, this is...
Happy holidays from the Malting Hour.
This is the Malting Hour, and we are drinking a beer.
We are drinking Standard Goods Lager. You know, why did I... It's a pilot project beer. So it's a Standard Goods Lager, 5% ABV. There's no information on it, but it is from Pilot Project. And I don't know if it was made here or in Milwaukee. I'm going to assume here, since it was part of Rachel's beer box.
I would assume.
August beer box. What do you think of this?
I like it.
I do too. I actually really like it a lot.
It's a good lager. You know, it's got all the characteristics of a lager. The aroma was great. So obviously, it was the first thing I did was... Went in for the stuff. I'm like, that smells like
beer,
like a good lager.
Yeah,
you know. So, dude, I love, and I know we've talked about this, but I do love that so many like more local breweries are getting into like lagering.
Yeah,
and doing it really well. And like, you know, no knock against like Goldfinger, who's been like killing it. And,
I love that band though.
Metro.
Oh, you're talking about the brewery.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the California punk ska band from the 90s.
But, like, you know, so Goldfinger, you know, has been doing lagers really well. Like, we had Metro.
Dovetail.
There's just a lot of...
Dovetail.
But I'm just so glad that, like, so many more places are starting to, like, do it. And they don't suck. And that's awesome.
There have been... I remember when Revolution first released Cold Break, I was like... Was it Cold Time? Cold Time? Cold Time. I think it's called. All right, let's check this out. Somebody, we really need to get a Clark back here, and I don't know if it's definitely not Hugh Clark. How come I can't remember this? 'Cause I bought it so many times. Yeah, Cold Time.
It's Cold Time.
Cold Break. That's something different. Cold Time lager is really good. I really like that beer a lot. I remember when it first came out, and I was like, eh.
It's a lager.
Yeah, but excuse me, I have been Coors Light is still like pretty much a regular beer in my refrigerator these days.
Yeah,
it's just an easier beer to drink, and I feel like it helps me. Oh my god, why is there blood coming out of that elevator, Brandon? What are you watching?
We are watching The Shining.
I feel like also just not that I need to buy the macro beers, but drinking more lagers actually gives me more appreciation for like different IPAs or hazy IPAs instead of like, oh, I'm just drinking hazy IPAs all the time. I'm like, I'm missing what is being presented to me because my taste buds are shot.
And I feel like that's
palate fatigue.
That's kind of been what I've been going for, like especially if we go out and stuff like that. Like I don't necessarily want. I mean, I love the big beers, but you know, like I've scaled back significantly on my drinking. Like I rarely ever drink like Monday through Friday unless we were recording or something. And if we like go out for something, you know, it's like, yeah, I'll grab a lager or like, you know, just like a regular IPA instead. I'm not searching for the big stuff. I love the big stuff, but it's just like during the week I definitely don't want to do that. So it's nice to have the variety. But you said something that made me think. So you said you have Coors Light regularly stocked in your refrigerator. Do not tell that to Shalonda.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, now I got to change my approach, unfortunately.
The Molson Coors supporting of Project
2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Dumb. Guess no more Blue Moon and Coors Light.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know when the last time was I had a Blue Moon.
I had one in Michigan with Clark.
Yeah, I don't hate Blue Moon, but it's just like, you know.
Now that they support Project 2025.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
You bunch of little Hitler beers.
Yeah, you guys got to get on board with 2026 project.
Yeah, that's our project, and that's
shut the fuck up and just make beer.
Yeah, stupid. Brandon, how many standard goods are you giving standard goods?
Sounds like something you have to select in like Red Dead Redemption. Would you like to pick up standard goods? Yeah.
Checking this part of the magazine for your standard goods.
Dude, I'm 4.5.
Yeah, I give it like a 4.3. It's a really good lager. Dude, and 5%, which I know is like I said, Coors Light is like 4.3, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, 0.7. Can't really tell the difference, but lower ABV, fine. It's really good. It's really refreshing. I could drink this all the time.
I still love I'm wondering if it had to be Coors. The story about when my dad and my uncle, they were kids, and I think they drove to Denver, and wherever they were, they drove to Colorado, I think it was, and they stocked up on a crap ton of beer. And wherever they were that they bought it, they were driving home, and they realized that it was, I don't know if it was a dry county that they bought it from, but it was all near beer that they bought. So it was like below 3% or something like that. And my dad, I remember my dad saying, he's like, I about had a fucking heart attack. He's like, yelling at your uncle and blah, 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 blah. I was, we got to go return this shit. And they were like 15 hours away, almost home, like... Yeah, whatever it was, they were like just about home, and he's like, I'm going to go return this shit. And they're like, no, dude, whatever, just drink more of it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's really funny.
Yeah. That'll get you. No, it's olive oil.
Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. Shelley Duvall.
R.I.P. to Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I saw that today.
I feel like an asshole. I literally, her name was just in my head, and then I just lost it.
Dame. Go from there, dude.
Yeah, Dame. Damn it. Damn it, what was her name?
Damn it to hell.
Now I gotta Google it. Professor... Oh, look at that. It's the first thing that came up. Maggie. Maggie Smith. Yeah, sorry.
Dame Maggie Smith.
And since we're talking about the dead, this is the first recording we've done down here in a while without Aggie.
I know. R.I.P. We've lost our third member.
Yeah, I was telling Becca, we were upstairs, I'm like, this is gonna be the first time we record in a long time without Aggie. She's like, what's the deal? I'm like, she's on like almost every episode. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I hold her almost half the time because it's either that or she just like cries the entire time.
So. Or she's agreeing with the things that we're saying.
Yeah. Or she's getting drunk, whatever.
I gave her a lot of booze when you weren't there. I actually apologize.
We killed the fucking cat.
Probably shouldn't have done that. Fuck. No, but I'm gonna miss Aggie. She was great. She was a sweet little cat.
I will say it's ironic that Shotzi has become more lap cat lately.
I was talking about that with your wife. I said, how is she doing? It's like, I think she's silently celebrating to be the only cat in the house. And I go, that was spooky, because Spooky, when our cat Sweepy passed away, Spooky wasn't even phased. She was just like, this is cool. I'm here. This is my house, bitches.
It was kind of funny when it wasn't funny, but we basically knew that morning that we were going to do it. It was on my birthday too.
Yeah.
We knew
Great
that
way to start your birthday.
We knew that morning that we were going to be doing that because I came downstairs because normally she would stay in the basement at night. We had to keep the cats separated because Shotzi had special kidney medicine and could not eat the shit cat food that we had to give Aggie.
Right.
To try to keep her weight up. And I came downstairs, and the Metallica poster that's now hung on the wall was over here before, and that had fallen over. And then there was a bunch of filters that I had lined up. Those were on the floor. I'm like, that's weird. So I start picking things up, and I expected to see Aggie on the couch where she normally was if she wasn't at the top of the stairs. And I was like, Aggie, and then I just heard like the worst cry I've ever heard from her. I'm like, that is an I am not okay cry.
Yeah.
So I ran upstairs like I'm an asshole. I didn't go check on her. I ran upstairs and I was like, Becca, it's Aggie! And I came running back down and she was dragging herself.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, maybe this is the same thing that happened before. But I'm like, how long was she there? Was she literally on the floor all night? And I felt like an asshole. But so we took her upstairs and we put her in a cat bed upstairs, like by the back door, because normally throughout the day, because she's upstairs during the day, she would lay there, like lay right in the sun. And we put her there, and she didn't even try to get up.
Oh wow!
Like she started to, and we fed her, and she was eating and everything like that, but like she just couldn't get up, and wasn't even like trying to fight it. So we just literally picked up the cat bed and brought her in the car after we dropped Benjamin off at school.
Hey buddy, have a good day.
Yeah, it was really weird. But anyways. So Becca stayed home with her, with the cat, and I took Benjamin to school, and then came back and we got her, and then, it was just very, very weird way to start the day.
And your birthday, no less.
Yeah. So, cried a lot on my birthday.
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty sad. R.I.P. Aggie.
Yep.
One of the greatest cats I've ever known.
So in her memory, what are we drinking next?
We are going to drink whatever the hell you pull out of the refrigerator. So I know there's two in there. So these two beers that I brought are, I kind of held on to them, which, sometimes I'm bad at. That beer that you're holding, if you want to read it, you can. That is from the trip I took with Clark up to Michigan. And this is from Transient.
Yeah, it is Blue Hawaiian Smolverine.
Yes.
Sour ale with pineapple, lemon, and key lime juice, coconut milk, vanilla ice cream, and lactose sugar.
Get ready to live.
Have you had it?
I have. Now, I also had it when I was up there. So I don't fully remember, but I remember the color.
Ooh! Is this the one that he sent me a picture of?
Yes. It's bright. It's pouring bright blue. It looks like... I have no idea. It looks like... I'm trying to think of like candy or something. Remember the gummies when you were a kid that were the sharks? Did you ever see those?
Yes.
That's what the color is of this, like a blue turquoise. It's bright blue, yeah. Okay, that smells really good. I mean, the color is ridiculous. It just looks insane. I don't know how they got the color in there.
There's literally big blue chunky floaters.
Hell yeah.
And I want to say that it looks like coconut flakes.
You know, they used to call me that in high school.
No, they didn't.
Big blue chunky floater. You weren't in my grade though, dude.
No, that's true.
They're like, oh, there goes big blue chunky floater. That's what they would say to me.
People are assholes. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. I don't hate it.
It is. I'll tell you this.
And it's saying I don't hate it doesn't mean like that I dislike it in any way. It's just so different.
They have other ones as well. Like they had a bunch, and this is the one that Clark wanted to get. Like there's another one that has pineapple. Jesus.
Ooh, I love pineapple.
Pineapple, Michigan tart cherry, and orange with vanilla ice cream, coconut milk, and lactose.
It's supposed to be like a pineapple upside down cake with ice cream.
There's one
or
with
something?
blackberries and blueberries. It looks like there's someone who did a YouTube video.
I don't know if did it say what the ABV is on this or?
I do not see it, but that's also me. Let's see. Yeah, because this is the blue. Man, I can't.
I got it.
Shit.
Blue Hawaiian Smolverine.
Thank you.
Oh, it's only 4.5%.
Oh, nice. I wanted to see what the other ones were. Blueberry. There's a blueberry crumble.
Ooh, dude, I feel like
that one is sour blueberry, vanilla graham cracker, and lactose.
There's a lot of crumble beers that we've had that have been really good.
Yeah, I want to know how they're doing it.
Yeah,
I want to do that shit.
I still like when I think about all these like food-esque beers. Was it 2 years ago when we did the what's the series from Cruz Blanca called?
Yes. It's
not like I wanted to say luchador,
right? But that's what they are. That's what the masks are.
Yeah. But there was like a key lime pie or something that they did. I think Dan brought it, and it was fantastic. That was like one of my favorite beers.
I believe it was Clark who brought it because he.
He
bought all of them that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. The color is just insane. For this, like.
Yeah, I want to say like. It kind of reminds me of like like the Blue Hawaiian Punch.
Yes.
But it's really smooth. The sourness on this I think is perfect.
Yeah, it's it's not too sweet too. Even though it's like coconut milk, vanilla ice cream, and lactose. Yeah. It's not like overly sweet either. I will say that this one I kind of wish we got. Bomb Pop Smolverine. Blueberry, raspberry, Michigan tart cherry, and key lime juice within the vanilla ice cream and lactose sugar. So I would say for like how over the top this is, it's pretty good.
Oh, agreed.
Like I like it enough to want to try the other ones.
Oh yeah,
and for what this is, it's creative. The color's crazy. Yeah, I knew nothing about this. Our Clark knew all about these. They had all of them up, and I didn't even know what they were. I just like, oh, there's some sour ales. Cool, there's different ones. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even know anything about the beer until we got back to his house, and he's like, okay, let's try these. And so we tried one. But we had already been. Transient was like our second to last stop of the breweries that we went to. So that was. I grabbed. I brought the other beer that I brought today. That we're not having on this episode is also from Transient. So
nice.
We had 2 beers, yeah. So, how many Wolverine claws are you giving this beer?
I'm gonna go like 3.9, 3.8, 3.9, something like that.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking 3.8.
Yeah,
3.7 even. And not in a bad way.
No.
It's just not, like, I think it's a great, fun beer. Creativity-wise, I think it's, like, way up there.
This is it would be a one and done for me.
Absolutely. I can't drink a full one.
No, and It's the beauty of having a podcast where you share beers with your friend and you're not forced to drink the entire thing.
It's the beauty
Although
of having
sometimes when people leave, they leave beers that still have beer in it, and I feel guilty, and then I drink them all, and then my heart stops for a while,
Then he's dead.
and then I order pizza at 3 a.m. And
I'm so mad he doesn't call me about that. Because I'm up eating pizza by myself.
I stopped doing that.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time.
No. Not the ordering pizza at 3 a.m. Like, literally drinking the leftover beers. I'm like, like, when we're done, I'm usually like, I'm done.
There have been some good beers at the end of episodes where I'm like, oh, man. Like, oh, good, there's some left. I want more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure a Krampus episode, there was
If we do stouts and stuff like that, like, and there's, like, enough left, I'll throw it in the fridge. I'm just like, I'll literally throw it in the fridge. I'll drink it tomorrow. Like,
there was something that, this is an embarrassing story. There was some barrel-aged stout that I had opened up one late night. Mm-hmm. And I decided to go to sleep not realizing, I had some left. This is like a Saturday morning I woke up. I don't know what I was doing that day. So it was left, and I was like, started kind of cleaning up, and I was like, fuck it, and I drank it, and I was like, ugh, didn't need that.
Yep.
I didn't need that at all. Why did I do that? But, I didn't want it was a good stout. I don't remember what it was, but it was a good stout, and I didn't want it to go to waste.
I mean, I know I have 100% done that after an episode, like if we recorded on like a Friday or a Saturday. I'll come down in the morning, and I'm like cleaning up, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to dump it. It's like, it's just enough. It's just a little bit less than a taster. I'm like, just throw it back, and like, all right, it's probably not the best way to start my morning.
All right, guess I'm going to make myself a cocktail.
Yeah.
A breakfast cocktail.
I know where this day's going now. Like,
I also, the other time that I did that was after my birthday, when everybody had brought a bunch of like barrel-aged beers over. For some reason, like, it was the first time ever that having a birthday, like when all the beer friends came over, it's like, normally it's just, okay, we're just drinking beers and hanging out. But like, Ron had brought a bunch, and anyways, a bunch of beers. But I remember there being a Dark Lord or two that were sitting out that were not finished. And that morning I'm like cleaning up, and I grabbed the Dark Lord bottle and it's half full. And I said, I don't give a shit. I'm putting this in the fridge, and I will drink that later that night. And I did. I actually blended it, I think, with another stout or something, because I was like, this is not going to be great flat. And it sat out. I'm like, but I don't want it to go to waste, so I blended it with some other stout that somebody had given me.
Yeah.
Not a barrel-aged stout, but I was like, oh, this is good. It's adding like a soy sauce. I mean, bourbon flavor to it. It did not taste like soy sauce that night.
Obviously not. I think last year when we had Benjamin's birthday party here, and I've had this conversation with Becca, like when we were having his parties here, we were having these conversations, and I was like, oh, we should put some drinks out or whatever. She's like, it's a kid's party. I'm like, yeah, you don't know my family, and I was like, and the friends that we're gonna invite. And she's like, but we don't have to. I'm like, so the compromise was, I was like, look, people ask, I'm gonna tell them where it is. Like, they can get it themselves, whatever. I said, but I'm not going to tell people no. Like, if somebody asks me, hey, do you have any beer or something like that, I'm not going to tell people no. But so that was the party that I think Ron showed up
with
some bottles, and I know like Jim Mojo was here too, and like they were all pointing, and like, but I had made that, like I had said, I was like, I'm not going to drink during the party. Right. So they poured me, I think there was like 2 or 3 like tasters that they poured me.
They left it for
you. And I literally saved them, and it was like 6 or 7 o'clock that night. I like pulled them all out, and I think me and Becca's dad like sat there and shared them. It was
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, no, I don't think I didn't share it with him because he was. I think
that's right. Yeah, he was drinking with us.
Yeah.
That's right. Myke was there too, I think.
Yeah, Myke was there.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, yeah, it's. I mean,
yeah,
that is the nature of our friends. They like to share bottles like that when it comes to.
Well,
parties.
and it was funny because then we started going to, like, before that party, with Benjamin's daycare, we were going to other people's parties that they were having at their houses, and like everybody was drinking, and I just literally looked at Becca. I was like, "Do you want a drink?" She's like, "Yeah, I have like a White Claw." I was like, "It was like children's parties." I mean, growing up though too, like, we had parties where it was just like kids, and like the adults that came would like be upstairs, and they were doing their own thing, and like my mom would be downstairs with all of us, like doing.
Yeah, that was how it was with my family. With like, I mean,
And I mean, and it could be different, like from where she grew up. But I was like, I don't ever want to tell people no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want them to feel like, and I don't want them to feel like, oh, you don't, you know, I can't have a beer here. Like, no, you can have a beer. Like, whatever.
Brandon became such a square.
Yep. Well, that being said, I think this is a perfect time to listen to one of our sponsors.
I think you're right, Brandon.
Even though they don't sponsor us, they just insert the ads and you get to listen to them.
Insert it, baby.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. We don't really have an idea of what this episode is called, but we're just drinking beers together.
Friday night sipping.
Friday Night Sippin', I like that. That's the name of the episode, Friday Night Sippin'.
It is Friday night.
It is Friday night.
I've been confused all day thinking it was Saturday.
It's a good feeling.
Chicago public schools were off. So my wife and I had made the decision that we're going to basically take off whenever he's off to do stuff. Today we had no plan, really. The only plan we'd actually talked about was like, hey, let's do the Halloween decorations. So we had done that. And then after we had done that, we came down here and Benjamin and I were playing. He was supposed to be playing video games. And then he gets like, if he loses, he's like, you take it. Win it for me. And I'm like, all right. So
I'm familiar with that method.
We did some Mario Kart. We did some old school Xbox 360 Ghostbusters. And then he's like, hey, Dad. I'm like, what's up? He's like, tomorrow's another weekend. I'm like, what? He's like, tomorrow's another weekend. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's Sunday. No, it's Saturday. I'm like, yeah, tomorrow is the weekend. He's like, but today's Friday. I'm like, yeah. He's like, why am I not at school? I'm like,
Dad, I should be at school. You messed up.
Teachers didn't want you there today, bud. They wanted to keep working without kids there, apparently.
They need to get stuff done without you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was like I was thrown off all day. And then even like we were driving, he has hockey on Fridays, and we were driving, and like Becca was like, I keep thinking it's Saturday. I'm like, me too. I'm like,
that's nice though.
Yeah.
It was Labor Day weekend. That's when I felt that last. It was like, oh man, this is so nice to like have Friday. Like Friday, I think we had like kind of a half day, and then Saturday was nice, Sunday was nice, and then we got to Monday. Like that weekend was kind of blurry. It was just like I did a bunch of stuff, but did very little, and it felt like an actual relaxing weekend. And then on Labor Day, I was like, yay! It's like I know I already went through Sunday, and Sunday I kind of took it easy and hung out. But it's Monday, it's Labor Day. I'm gonna have some drinks.
Yep.
Stayed up too late.
So I came to the realization the other day. So we're going to Great American Beer Festival. We will be there Thursday through Sunday.
Be there.
So I took Thursday and Friday off. I was like, cool. And then I had the realization. So my company does this awesome thing with the first month of every quarter. So October would be the first month of the fourth quarter. The second Wednesday is always that we call it an unplugged day. Everybody in the company is off.
That's awesome.
Everyone just don't work. You're off. And I was like, that fell literally.
That's awesome. So you have Wednesday off as well?
So I got Wednesday off. And then I was going through and looking at Benjamin's schedule, and I realized I had to take Indigenous Peoples Day off. I took that off.
Nice.
And I was looking at my calendar, and I'm like, that's the Monday after we get back from Great American Beer Festival.
Bonus.
I'm like, I literally just gave myself, I got a 6-day
weekend.
break.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
6-day weekend.
this is awesome.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That's nice too. I mean, we come back.
It means I'm getting fucked up on the plane ride home.
Oh, don't do that. I'll be with you. You're getting fucked up too. No, my liver doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I like that we get back somewhat early.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
like the early flight sucks, but
Yeah.
the fact that we get back so early is nice.
Once we land, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Then I have enough time to like take a short nap. Sorry, I have a pretzel in my mouth, everybody. Take a short nap before football starts.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be good. So, that being said, we have cracked into a new beer.
We have?
We have.
Oh, this was the Smolverine still.
Nope. We are drinking from our friends over at Hop Butcher Brewing.
Hot Butcher for the World.
the Mind Breaker.
Mind Breaker.
HBC 109, Simcoe, and Rawaka Hopped Triple India Pale Ale.
Jesus.
Clocks in at 10.5%.
Jesus, man. Well, you're going to be really fucking surprised at the next one we have. It's a triple IPA as well.
Oh!
Friday night, baby, we're doing it.
Well, I guess it was a good lead-in then. Mm-hmm. We did these nice light beers, and it's like, fuck you guys, we're closing it out.
So I almost bought this beer recently. Did you get this for your birthday?
I did.
Nice. Have you had this yet?
I had one, yes.
What do you think of it?
It's nice.
Yeah. It's not my favorite Hop Butcher beer, though.
No.
Now, I did... The Smolverine was sweet, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I did have water. I drank some water.
Had some pretzels.
We kissed for a little bit.
A little bit.
And then... But no tongue.
No tongue.
I was really hoping.
God damn it.
Sorry. The first... That's a very weird thing to throw in there. Sorry, everybody, if that made you uncomfortable. I don't know, there's a bitterness to it at first that I was like, ooh, it was kind of off-putting.
Yeah.
But now that I have had more sips of it, I don't have that. For the Hop Butcher beers I've had, which I've had a lot of them, This is okay.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't mean that in a shitty way. It's just for me, I'm like,
I enjoy the beer. When I had
I like it.
When I had it the first time, it wasn't right at, it wasn't on my birthday, but like, I think that weekend, last weekend maybe, I think I had one. And I had the whole thing, but it took me a while to get through it. And I liked it then. I was like, oh, it's good. And I kind of have the same feelings now. There's just something different about this, and I don't know if it's the hop combination or what, that just is like... I feel like with a lot of Hop Butcher beers, I can have it and be like, that's a Hop Butcher beer.
Yeah.
This one is just like, it's an IPA. I don't feel like it drinks like it's 10.5%.
No,
really.
I will give it that. Also, it's bitter. There's just a bitterness to it that I don't expect from Hop Butcher beers like this.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Hop Butcher beers tend to be, their IPAs or double dry hop IPAs or triple IPAs normally are very hazy and cloudy. I mean, they do have some pale ales and IPAs that are clear. They also have stouts, barrel-aged stouts, things like that. I think they've done a barley wine. But this was just kind of unexpected, just as it was for Danny here, turning the corner and seeing two twin sisters in blue down the hallway.
Maybe that's why they call it the Mind Breaker, because it's going to break your mind.
Dude... Just the way that Danny's mind's being broken right now in The Shining because he saw these girls in his vision and now he's seeing them in real life.
Poor kid.
Poor Danny.
I would love to see like the behind the scenes on this to see like what the kid actually saw. Like, did he see two girls standing at the end and he had to be like that, or? Like,
I think so.
And even then, like, kudos to that kid, man. Good acting.
For sure. I'm glad you decided to put on a spooky movie as we approach spooky season. Actually, as this episode's being released, it's October 1st, baby.
Oh, yeah. September 30th. First is on Tuesday.
I'm releasing this album. I'm releasing this episode on Tuesday. It's the end of September. Did you have many Oktoberfest beers this year?
I don't think I've had any.
We had one. We had...
Oh, yes. From Rachel's box.
Yeah, what was it called?
Where's that card? It's right there.
Farktoberfest. Suck. No, I'm not. It's not suck. I'm joking.
It was the solemn oath beer.
Yeah.
Oktoberface.
Yeah. October. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Didn't care for that one. Yeah. Yeah, I had that. I've had Rev's Oktoberfest. I have a couple of those at home. Sitting in my fridge. I saw it and I was like, it was on sale, $2 off. And I was like, cool. And so I had one that night. I was like, oh, great. I'm like, I don't want any. I have had officially, I've had one already with Clark, but officially.
Pumpkin beer?
Yeah. I had one of the Sam Adams Jackos or whatever they're called.
I mean, at this point, it's literally.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
And the weather's changed. It's changed here in Chicago. I will say that the Sam Adams pumpkin beer was really good.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of interested. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy some pumpkin beers this week and start stocking up.
Maybe you want to check. Like, no, I'm like, what is Sam Adams bringing
Oh, yeah, that's right.
to
I bet you they have it.
Gabiff.
I wonder how many pumpkin beers are going to be there. Oh, jeez. How many pumpkin beers are you giving GABF this year, dude?
Oh, I wonder if you can...
You can sort by style.
Well, yeah.
Damn it.
But is pumpkin beer a style?
Spiced.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about Sam Adams now is I can't just search Sam Adams and be like... Because it comes up... Oh, Samuel Adams. Sorry. I have to be...
Idiot.
So their lineup is Boston Lager.
I've had that.
Oktoberfest.
Had that.
Cherry Wheat.
Had that.
American Light.
Not had that.
And Sam Adams and Funky Town collab, looks like.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
1984.
because they won. Funky Town won.
Yep. Just the Haze.
We've had that before.
Yep. Sam Adams and Outlander Brewing collab, Farmer's Fortitude.
Okay.
Sam Adams Jamaica Way IPA.
Oh, okay.
Sam Adams and Schneider Weissfest Lager.
Oh.
And something called Arapius.
Oh. I think that's pronounced Utopias.
Oh, yes.
Is there? I wonder if that's a special tapping, right? There probably is.
It's not tagged as a special tapping.
Cool, so we just have some Utopias.
And then they're going to have so the Oktoberfest, the American Light, and the Festweiss, the Weiss Festweiss Lager are going to be in the themed beverage bar as well. So that's going to be in the Prost area. They're going to have like a whole Oktoberfest area.
That's
in
awesome.
Fest.
We should spend one day just there the entire time.
Yeah.
Since we didn't go to Germany this year.
We're never going to go to Germany.
Cousin Kevin and his wife are going to be doing Oktoberfest this they might actually be in Germany now.
I saw that...
and I hate him.
The Michael Palin, the purveyor of Microphone Brewing, was just in Munich. Gallivanting around, doing some stuff. It looks like he went to Oktoberfest.
Right.
And I always say I want to go because German style Oktoberfest. That is a style. Okay.
Prost.
There is a lot of beers.
Also, how come I've never thought of sitting like this ever?
I don't know. I've done it.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows, I have my legs stretched across these seats here. I'm sure you guys care.
And there will be karaoke again, too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sing What's Up again.
Maybe you'll have that same girl there that was like, you're the best.
Lady, please. I know. I thought about that. I was like, do I just sing Four Non Blondes again, right? It's not just going to be people there who remember, like, oh, that was the guy that crushed Four Non Blondes, What's Up, and he chose the same song. No.
What a loser. I mean, what a cool dude.
Brandon, what's the name of this beer again?
The Mind Breaker.
How many broken minds are you giving this beer, buddy?
I'm like 3-2.
I'm like 3-4.
Okay.
It's not a bad beer, though. Like, if you gave me this blind taste test, I don't know if I could pick it out. But there is something about it that I don't really care for.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's a triple IPA.
I don't know. We'll see how the next one goes.
Bring out the next triple IPA. Yeah, I was going through all the streaming apps recently and looking at all the horror movies that are available. I'm pretty excited. I've not seen the new Alien movie, but it is about to be available to stream and rent on October 15th. Right around the time we come back.
Ooh.
Oh, you may want to pour yours first, sorry.
I was going to say, or you want to dump that? Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to let triple IPA go to waste. Brandon, I bought this when we celebrated your birthday at Hubbard's Cave.
Nice.
Yeah. I tell you this, I'm looking forward to going back and having that steak chimichurri sandwich because I haven't got that out of my head.
Dude, it's so funny. Ever since that came out, like literally that's all I've gotten every time I've gone there.
Really?
Yeah. It drives me nuts. And so for my birthday, like I went and I had like I don't eat a lot when we go out anymore. Like I usually like half all my stuff and then bring it home.
That's what I do.
But I had like 3 or 4 bites and I'm like, it was so hard for me not to finish that. I was like,
It looks so good. I wanted to actually steal it from you.
yeah, it was fantastic.
I did like lick that sandwich before you boxed it up.
You should have.
No, I mean, I'm serious. I licked that sandwich, dude.
Yeah. Thought it tasted like a Tony a little bit.
We're getting real weird on this episode. All right, we are drinking Catacomb Master from Hubbard's Cave. It's a triple IPA, and there's nothing about it online. It's just a frickin' triple IPA.
It's just a friggin' beer.
It does say juicy double IPA, 9.5%. I have had this. It's funny when I checked it in. Oh, okay, I thought that was lower. I like my check-in with this. This is the last one I had of it, so I've had this for a couple weeks now, and I've slowly gone through it. I love the aroma on it.
Yeah.
It's very tropical.
Agreed.
The can art is also badass. Looks like a metal album.
No, it's a really good beer. It's like I'm comparing it. I feel bad. I don't want to compare it to the last one because they're two very different beers.
Yeah.
Is this one?
If you were given,
Is this? Well, I don't know. I feel like this is a triple IPA. I feel like, but this was like hazy.
yeah, and it's funny because
this one
this is
kind of is.
and this one on there it says it's a juicy double IPA. Juicy, yeah. It's funny because this is juicy triple IPA. My bad.
But I feel like there is now a fine line between juicy and hazy IPAs.
Yes.
So fine that they're basically the same thing most of the time.
I will say, I know we're not trying to compare, but if you gave me blind tasters of these two beers before we even knew it, like we knew which one was, I would have chosen this one.
As what? Like a favorite?
The one that I like.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, there's this nice, like, tropical flavor to it.
Yeah.
If we're being 9.5%, sorry everybody,
It's almost like this, if I was on vacation and I went somewhere and ordered like a tropical drink,
yeah,
and they told me there were like this was a boozy drink with a bunch of different juices in it, I would believe that.
yeah. Well, it's just funny. I thought we were going with the same. Like, if you're sitting outside on a sunny day and you want something tropical and fruity, this is what you're drinking.
A sunny day in September or October.
Drinking Sunny D.
I do love those sunny days in September or October, though.
I do love sunny days in October.
Yeah.
Today's weather could use a little more sunshine.
But it was nice.
Very nice. Like, I put my hoodie on thinking I was going to be cold when I left to come over here.
Yeah.
But it's still really nice. Like, tomorrow it might rain. Let's go apple picking. So, do you want some apples? I'll have some apples for you, buddy.
I do. Benjamin did.
Buying cider, too.
They did. Oh, dude. So, probably we'll have to have a conversation with his teacher. So, they did a whole apple thing this week.
He's dating his teacher, bro?
Yeah. So they did a whole Apple thing this week, and she sent out an email over the weekend. Like, his teacher's awesome, very communicative, and like, just tells us what's going on with class and what's, if something goes on with Benjamin. But like, it was, what did she say? Oh, this week is Apple Week, and then a list of like, if you could you donate these things? And it was like 2 jugs of cider, yellow apples, red apples, green apples, dried apples. So I went on Amazon and I just bought like a case of dried apples, and I was like, here, take the whole case. And like, we sent it to him. And then Thursday, I didn't know it was going to be on Thursday, but they did the whole thing on Thursday. And then Benjamin came back. We picked him up on Thursday. I was like, so how was it? How was the apple stuff? And he was like, oh, yellow and green were my favorite. I'm like, they were? Why? Is it because they were sour? I'm like, okay. And then, like, apparently he had a scoring chart that he was supposed to do. And he put that he didn't like the yellow apples. I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? That doesn't make any sense. You said you didn't like it, but you said it was your favorite because it was sour. Anyways.
Sounds like he follows my rating scale
so that's
for beers.
that's not the point of the story. Well, part of it was we sent him with the dried apples, and his teacher emailed us and was like, yeah, he didn't touch them. And I was like, oh, I knew he wouldn't. Like, he's got this thing of, like, he thinks in his head he doesn't like it. If he thinks in his head that he doesn't like something, he won't try it.
Yeah.
Although today we were, like, looking at all these... He was looking at all these pictures of him when he was younger, and he's like... And there was a lot of stuff of him eating, like, random, like, salmon and all this stuff. He's like, what am I eating? And Becca was like, that's all the food that you like. But you won't eat now because you think you don't like it. And he was like, really? So maybe we can start trying. Anyways, so I said, Benjamin, did you have apple cider? He goes, yeah. And I was like, what'd you think about it? He goes, it tasted like beer. Oh, God. And Becca goes, did you tell that to your teacher? And he goes, yeah. I told her it tasted like beer. She's like, oh, great. Yeah. Now they're going to be like, why does your son think that this tastes like beer?
Because Dad likes beer, and it looks like beer, and I'm sure that's what he fucking...
But then I thought about it, and I was like, maybe it maybe it tasted like what beer smells like. Because if somebody brought him, like, if somebody brought them, like, fresh, like, you know, unpasteurized apple cider, I'm like, there's a chance that there was some fermentation happening in there, and I think maybe it was a little fermented.
Maybe they boozed out.
Like, maybe they got all the kids drunk. I don't know.
Whoa. That's cool.
But it was funny. Like, that was the whole point of the episode.
So DCFS is on their way?
Oh, yeah. They'll be here soon. That's why we're moving.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some cider because I've been on TikTok. It was great because I used to have all these, like, cocktail recipes popped up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great. And I followed a couple of them because, you know, just like any other social media app, like, yeah, you can like all this stuff, but we'll never show it to you again. Facebook is the fucking worst. Dude, I never see any posts from anybody. It's always like, here's a suggestion to follow. Here's, like, why would I follow? You're just going to keep suggesting to follow something else. I'm not going to see what I've already fucking follow. Anyways, the end of my rant. There's Tony's rant for the episode. It's been a while since I had a rant. There's my rant for the episode. I saw this. I've seen all these old-fashioned recipes for, like, fall. There's, like, a banana bread one where you get, like, banana liqueur and then walnut bitters, chocolate bitters, regular bitters, and obviously bourbon. And it just sounded awesome. I'm like, I want to try that. And then I saw this. I saved it. It's got apple cider. I don't know if honey was involved or what. I forget all of it, but I was like, well, I actually like drinking apple cider. Like, yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I feel like it's really refreshing in the fall, like a refreshing drink. I normally lately I haven't even been drinking like coffee that much in the morning, which is probably why I'm always tired. But I was like, I should cut back on some of my vices, and caffeine's one of them. Idiot. I love the way that like fresh cider, like a little bit of fresh cider tastes first thing in the morning. It's just something about it. It's like I have a little sip of that, and then I hop in the shower and brush my teeth and get my day going.
Yeah, I just got an email. I was tempted to do it. I haven't committed, but like Gnome Brewing just released their cider buy again. Like, oh man,
we're really gonna do this again?
Well, here's the reason that I don't think I'm going to do it. It's because the first time I made apple cider, I think we did it on an episode.
Yes.
Where I made hard cider. Did an episode.
It was great.
And I feel it turned out good, but I just didn't drink it enough. And like I make these things thinking like, oh, my wife's going to like this and she's going to drink a lot of it. And she didn't. And I ended up dumping it. And then I did the cider buy. Yeah. And made it. Turned out good enough. And it was on tap for like months.
Which one did you bring over to my house for Halloween?
That one, but that was right after I had made it.
Didn't that one did that go or?
No, I think I ended up dumping that one too.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I can't.
Brandon, I need you to brace yourself. For the next 2 hours and 33 minutes, we have a wind advisory. 25 to 45 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Dude.
I'm just going to have to go and deflate my thing.
You might want to do that. Sorry,
I might be in a tree in the morning.
Don't do that.
But yeah, so like that's like I really like. I love the simplicity of like, making ciders.
Yeah, that's delicious.
But yeah, I just can't do that.
I'm thinking about doing. Excuse me. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do it by the end of this year, but I'd like to do a 2 or 3 gallon batch of something. So.
Yeah. Yeah, what I keep seeing, and I think it's Cold Break. I think it's Cold Break that has these. I think they might have 1 gallon kegs or 2 gallon kegs or maybe 3. These smaller kegs, and like I have like that one. That I think
1 gallon.
Yeah, that one. Is it a 1 gallon?
The little guy.
Yeah.
I've got that too. I want to do that again.
The problem with that thing is so the line that comes with it, you literally only get less than half of what's in there.
Yeah, you can't.
And then the line sits. And I can't find, I keep looking, but I can't find it anymore. There was a thing on Amazon. I went back to like that product listing and I was looking at stuff because I was like, this is just weird. Is anyone else having this problem? And some guy had posted on there that he went to Home Depot and bought a food grade pipe. I can't remember the size of it. I guess I could just literally just take this cap to Home Depot, food grade, and cut it. And it was just a stiff pipe that just goes to the bottom, and that gets you everything out of there. Because I've even tried to, I did my dip tube on there, my floating dip tube, and I put weights on it, and like tried to get that, and then like it just doesn't take it, and I'm like, so I was so annoyed with that thing. So much of the fact that I don't even know where that thing is. Oh, it's probably over there with all the rest of the stuff. But anyways, yeah. So it was like just pissing me off. Like I couldn't figure out like how to figure this thing out. But if I can find like that food grade pipe and do that, like I think that would be a good solution to do like 1 gallon batches, and that would be perfect for cider.
Or if like we wanted to, if you and I decided to like brew something together, like we could brew like 2 gallons and split it. Like, oh good, now we've brewed this together, and now we have this. By the way, I found the recipe I was talking about.
Oh,
you want to hear it real quick?
Sure.
It's a TikTok.
Caramel apple bourbon smash is my new favorite fall cocktail. It is so easy to make and so delicious. I feel like pumpkin is often the star of the show.
I'm not gonna fucking say what's in there. Do I have to say what's in it?
I personally love apple recipes.
Lady.
I'm excited for a week of easy, fun.
Okay. So.
I thought you would.
I know. I thought you.
They get into talking about.
I know. I thought she was about to. I'll just read what she. It looks good. I'm gonna edit that. Apple cider, bourbon, caramel sauce, cinnamon. Shake it up. Rim the glass with some caramel, some cinnamon. Throw the ice. Strain it in there. You can add cinnamon sticks and actual apple slices. And she drizzles caramel sauce across it.
Ooh.
I think I sent it to you. I may have. I think I've sent you a couple bourbon ones recently. Well, sorry to hear that audio. I thought she was going to say something.
I don't know if I got that one. The last one I got was the not maple.
Were there pecans involved?
Yes.
I don't remember what it was. Also sounded good though.
Yeah, it was like maybe it was like maple pecan, something like the old fashioned. That one sounded good, but the thing that I do want to try is the coffee.
Yeah, with
the coffee liqueur type thing. Like
it's crazy because basically you're just infusing coffee. You're steeping coffee into bourbon, then straining it, adding vanilla beans, and letting it sit. Right?
Yeah.
Was there anything else in there?
He caramelized brown sugar.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that also went in there as well.
Yep.
So brown sugar, vanilla, coffee, bourbon.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I can use, like, I've got my Toddy cold brew machine. And just get a fresh filter and, like, just do that. I don't know if I necessarily need to do that, but I feel like it would make the whole, like, process for straining things so much better.
It's funny because as he's doing that, the person was doing it, I was like, oh yeah, I actually have all those things.
But it was funny because he put a strainer, then a coffee filter, and then another strainer. I'm like, what is what is the top strainer doing? Absolutely nothing. Or even the bottom strainer. The bottom strainer's not doing anything. Like,
it's just to make sure, like 100% that there's no.
Once you put a filter down, but with the toddy that I have, and that's how I do my cold brew when I make it at home. There's a cotton filter, and then there's a bag that goes inside, and then you dump in your coffee grounds, and then you dump in your water, and then sit that for 24 hours, and then drain it. So the same thing, I could probably do that for the bourbon as well. I was thinking about, like, I've got this Jim Beam
I think I'm gonna buy one of the little things in Bullet and do it like what they have.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, I could do what you mean, but I was like, nah.
It's cheap enough. I feel like with the
I might want to do a better one.
Yeah, I think doing the little Bullet bottle would be good.
And like, I think that one will turn better than like the stupid bacon washed one that I did. Like, and I still got that bottle of wild turkey. Yeah.
Drink it again sometime.
Yeah.
I think we should
After the final pour.
Not bad.
Oh God, you are off, dude.
I haven't been off for that long, have I?
Yeah, we got that taken care of. Type deal.
I was gonna say what I was gonna say before I realized the mic was off. Is that I wonder if we could do like if we do a football thing, maybe Sunday. Use a little bit of that bacon wash bourbon and try and make a old fashioned with it. But instead of doing like simple syrup, you still have that bourbon maple syrup, right?
Yeah.
Use a little bit of that.
Didn't we do that? Isn't that the whole point that I made that? We made those.
Is that why you did that?
Did we make those old fashioned?
I think so.
I thought we did, and like it was just.
I just remember trying it. I don't really remember having it as an old fashioned.
Well, we could try it again.
Give it a try.
I mean, that thing's been sitting there in the fridge for a while, and I still got the maple syrup. I think probably down there.
It is down there. I've seen it numerous times.
Yeah.
I'm like, I forgot about that. I do have Luxardo cherries, but anyways, regardless, I'm down for that. All right, we haven't. This has been a great episode, man.
Yeah.
I feel like we actually got a chance to sit here and catch up.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you guys found it boring, well, how long have you been listening to this podcast?
Yeah.
You know, how it
Sometimes
goes
we
now.
ramble, sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we plow through it. Other times we take a week off and have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
Maybe this needs to be an every other week show.
You know what?
It's not terrible.
If it gives us more to talk about.
It's true. Well, the only thing is that if we do that, then all of a sudden it'll be like, hey, you want to hang out during the week? Cool. Then we're going to hang out. And we won't have anything to talk about on this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
If they can only see the funny memes we send each other.
The TikToks.
So many
Anyway,
TikToks. Sorry. How many? So on this.
So what were you drinking?
On this can, we're drinking Catacomb Master by Hubbard's Cave, which I don't think I said.
You
did. I say it was Hubbard's Cave? Okay.
Yeah.
How many Skeletors are you giving this based on this badass? This is like a perfect
That's
Halloween beer.
I'm going to go solid 4.
I did 3.75
Okay.
Originally on Untapped. I'm going to bump it up to 3.9.
Okay.
I like it because I just don't really like triple IPAs anymore. I don't think. Yeah. There's just too much going on. There are some triple IPAs that I really like, but I don't need a triple IPA anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think in my head like does it taste like
I like the tropical.
What's going on with this beer?
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke? Brandon.
I liked it, but anyway, what I was trying to say is like I don't seek out triple IPAs. Although
I didn't know this was a triple IPA by the way when I bought it.
This weird local brewery down the street from me, they had a triple IPA recently.
What's the name of this brewery?
I don't know, like New Irving Brewing or something like that.
I know you're talking about Old Irving Brewing.
Yeah, those old guys. They had one, I think, that I tried. I had like a 5-ounce pour of it, and it was fantastic. And
Triple Beezer is really good, actually.
oh, dude, yeah, Triple Beezer is like the shit. But there was something that I had. I don't think it was Triple Beezer. It was just another triple IPA I had, and I was like, this is really good. Like,
you know,
and it was that one kind of bordered on. I feel like if my memory serves me correctly at this stage of recording, like another one that was like orange juice heavy and like just like delicious.
I remember to unpause, unmute my mic. Sorry, I really like these pretzels.
I gotta stop putting food in front of you.
Dude, I was hoping there was cheese balls available.
Oh no, dude! The fucking thing about the cheese balls is like I was cleaning the bar like a couple weeks ago, like a week or two ago, and I put them in my office, and then I was sitting there like working, and I just realized I'm like just cheese ball, and then I was like, oh shit, there's only like 5 left. Cheese ball.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to Menards this weekend so I can go grab some cheese balls.
Dude, and then we got these from
these pretzels.
Yeah, no, I got the cheese balls from Sam's Club last time, and it's about the same price.
I'm pretty sure Costco has it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm a Costco guy. I gotta get the cheese balls.
Do Do you get the cheese bake when you shop? The chicken bake when you shop?
Double chunk chalk dunk dookie booty poo poo cookie.
I'm like, is Costco like sign off on this? Like these are your reps? Like
These guys you want?
Like they're just getting all the people that are trying to sneak in and get your food. Like, I mean, they ain't gonna shop there.
Double chocolate chunk chewy chicken bake cookie.
I don't think I've eaten from the last time I ate from a Sam's Club food court. I think was in Hawaii. Of all random places. Hey, I'm on vacation in Hawaii. Let's go to Sam's Club and eat some
Sam's Club and go try some of their food.
And I think we did that because, like, we, you know, when we had gone in the past, we go and with my in-laws, they book hotels that have full kitchens.
That's
so
awesome.
We go and like stock up more than you need to, and I'm like, dude, you do not need 5 frozen pizzas because you're not going to eat them all.
I would.
And then, like, and I told Becca this too. I'm like, dude, like, I'm on vacation. I want to spend money and go eat at places. Yeah. And so, like, I think we did that a little more last time, so we didn't waste as much food. But, like, during this food trip, like, I got a kid that needs to get fed, and he was like, I want a hot dog. And I was like, shit, I'll get a slice of pizza or whatever. So we did that. And their food's not bad. You know,
that's a bummer.
What's a bummer?
I wasn't listening to anything that you said.
You stupid son of a bitch.
I'm all for a joke. I did this all for a stupid joke.
Hey, Daddy, what is that?
It's a double chunk chocolate cookie.
That's all I did it for. I totally missed everything. All I knew I left off at 5 frozen pizzas, and you don't need 5 frozen pizzas because you're not going to eat them.
No, but that was the point of the story. Was like we went shopping like when we first got there. And
do you remember what you had at the Sam's Club?
I think it was a slice of pizza. Like Benjamin needed to eat, so
that's where. That's why I said, "Oh, that's a bummer."
No, and I think we got, and I actually think we did. We may have actually ordered a full pizza to go. I think maybe we took that back to the place and we stocked up, and then but we did some. We did a lot of eating out, which was great because
that's what you do on vacation,
dude. I mean, I don't take this lightly, although it was funny with Benjamin. Like, I don't take this lightly. Like, the fact that, like, my in-laws have worked so hard to, like, be like, hey, come to Hawaii with us. And, like, so we do that. And then they broached the idea of us going again this summer. And I told Benjamin, I was like, hey, Benjamin, would you want to go to Hawaii again this summer? He goes, I guess. Sure. I'm like, what? Like, whoever is just like... It's not like you could do this all the time thing. It's like this is like a
this is it, man.
Yeah, this might be the last one. Like, but it was kind of funny. It was like, yeah, sure, I guess. I'm like, okay, man.
Benjamin, you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah, sure, I guess.
No, he gets more excited about Chuck E. Cheese.
That makes sense. He's
like he's at the point where like I say, you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? He'd be like, fuck yeah, and I'd be like, we don't say fuck. He'll be like, F yeah.
Like, there you go.
Because that's what he told us in the car today. He's like, if you don't want to say the F word, you can just yell F. Just yell the letter F and go F yeah. I'm like, how about you just don't think about that word?
You don't need to think about the word yet.
And then he goes, yeah. My teacher said you gotta swallow it.
That's awesome. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, that's good shit, man.
Yep.
I was trying to think. Costco pizza is very good.
I'm pretty sure I've had it in the past.
Well, I
used to be a Costco member.
There's a guy in my warehouse every now and then. He's a Costco guy. He gets the double chunk chocolate dookie poopy cookie.
Why do they have a poopy cookie?
I don't know. He'll go and he's like, hey, I'm going to grab a hot dog and a slice of pizza. I'm like, you don't need it. Like, I didn't say all that. I'm like, it seems like a lot of food. But
hey, Tubby, you don't need it.
He's not. Altogether, it's like $4 for that. It's a hot dog, small drink, and the giant slice of pizza. And the first time I was like, oh, I'll just grab me a slice of pizza. It's all right. And then the next time he did it, I was like, you know what? Grab me both. And I did. I did the slice of pizza, and then I saved the hot dog for the next day. It was great.
Well, you didn't take the hot dog and wrap the pizza around it, and then just...
What you got to do is you take the hot dog, shove it in the chicken bake, then wrap the pizza around it, and then eat it like that.
Has anyone done that on TikTok?
Oh, of course they have, my friend.
I was going to say, if they haven't, there's your niche.
If they haven't, I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure Costco closes in about 20 minutes. I think they're already closed. Brandon, we did a good job. I think we just selected some fun beers tonight. No stinkers. No. Now, if you had to, again, as you all know, this is just the way we feel right here, right now. Doesn't mean any of these beers are worse than the others, but it was our selection. What are you ranking these beers?
I'm trying to remember what we had.
We had Standard Goods Lager from Pilot Project. We had Transient's Blue Hawaiian Smolverine. We had Hot Butcher Mindfucker. And then, then we had Hubbard's Cave Catacomb Master.
Oddly enough, I think my favorite of the night is going to be the Standards Goods Lager.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Dude, just go with what you want.
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
Dude.
I'm trying to remember in my head how I rated them either. I don't remember because we drank a lot.
Not that much.
So I can go. Let's start from the bottom. So I'm gonna go with the Mindbreaker at the bottom.
Okay.
I'm gonna go second to the bottom is the Smolverine.
That's number 3.
Yeah, and then you know what? I'm gonna go Standard Lager and then the Catacomb.
I am with you, except I swapped Catacomb and the Standard Lager.
You put that one first?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tie for me for both of those.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel like you and I make that a tie. It's
Yeah.
just because both of them are really good. Those are my favorite beers tonight. And again, that Hot Butcher beer isn't bad.
No, not at all.
It's just I didn't. I didn't. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
All right, Brandon. You have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Not this episode. All right.
I've talked a lot.
Yeah. I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
See you next week.
Bye.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
They're going to sue us.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all 3. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.